Yo, what up? It's Donut, and you tuning in to all your Illuminati news. Make sure to smash that like button as you enter the room. Share the video out. We're going to be going over the world ahead, leaving the world ahead.
IlluminatiComic.com. It's the site to see. IlluminatiComic.com. Join the conspiracy. Christmas lights shining bright. Truth is on the way. IlluminatiComic.com. Go there now today.
Hey, and we here with Maverick Approach. What up, Maverick?
What up? What up? What up? It's
Great.
Donut and Maverick Approach. What up?
Yo, what up? It's Maverick Approach. Great to see you. Hope you're doing well. How are you doing?
I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm doing these live streams like damn near every day now. So I'm being an insomniac now. So, but it's good. I love it.
Yeah, you definitely crushing it. And we talked a couple of days ago that we wanted to bring the information of the 128 code.
Oh yeah, today is 128, the anniversary of Leave the World Behind. Okay, can we all agree that this movie was a documentary, which I feel like, because everything that happened in the movie happened in real life, and we'll break all that down.
Right, exactly. That's why I titled the show Leave the World Ahead, because you have the Economist magazine that predicts the future, just like this movie, Leave the World Behind. And this is the world ahead, the world behind. I feel like there's a lot of future gazing, forecasting, priming the world for events to come. For example, Leave the World Behind, we see the Tesla bots. This actually happened. All the Teslas like jammed up.
Yeah, it happened right after when the movie came out. I believe it was like maybe like a month or two after where they did the whole Tesla, every single Tesla. It wasn't like, like a few dozen or a few thousand. It was every single Tesla had a recall. And it was, I guess it had something to do with the system update. It had something to do with the self-driving mechanism. So again, documentary.
And then there's the cover to the Economist magazine that shows the bridge collapse, shows so many things. And even most recently, the imagery of this newest edition, it looks like it's forecasting the smiling assassin. So they dropped this, and there's a smile right there, which I think it was connected, or I thought it was connected to the Wolf of Wall Street, the girl who plays Barbie.
Mhm.
I still kind of do, but then we get the smiling assassin, and the lips look very like similar to the smiling assassin.
It's a very like androgynous look. So like I don't know if this is actually the real person or not, because again, we have AI. There's so many things that is wrong with this plot. Um, I just feel like it's one big psyop, because what they found was that backpack that the suspect had. They found it in Central Park, and the backpack had no gun. It had Monopoly money in it. So it's alluding to a few things. Maybe a monopoly on the whole healthcare system as far as insurance and whatnot, because United Healthcare was the biggest insurance and healthcare in America.
And
So
right here it says another cryptic message, leaving the monopoly money behind. Totally cryptic. Even with Leave the World Behind,
right,
there's the buck, and it's all connected to the dollar, the bucks. and you can even see the predictive programming. This is mainstream. This is the New York Post. This isn't a this is a mainstream channel, New York Post,
Right.
showing this is predictive programming of 9/11. But something I pointed out that no one pointed out was it wasn't just for 9/11. It's also for the crash of the dollar, as you see the bus ramming right into the monopoly money, the fiat
Right.
currency.
And the same thing with Leave the World Behind, because if you remember all those bucks and they just stopped, the buck stops here.
Oh wow. Yeah, they all froze. The buck stopped. Yeah.
Yeah, so I took that as alluding to the monetary system. The buck stops with me, the buck stops here. So,
Great catch.
yeah, so it's all alluding to that for sure. I think that this
And
whole
this
thing, and again, with Leave the World Behind and everything else, like I feel like first of all, it's produced by the Obamas,
right.
Higher Ground Productions. Funny enough that they had a name, Higher Ground, and it
Right.
was just a really eerie movie because it really had no climax, I would say. It was just stuff just happening, and it was just kind of a message, and it was just telling you. And the thing is, too, a lot of people, a lot of sound engineers looked into that movie,
Oh yeah.
and they said it was a frequency playing through the movie that you couldn't hear. But he brought it up in his, I think it was like Final Cut or something. He brought the sound up, a sound that wasn't, you know, audible to the ear, to the human ear. But he
Right.
pulled it up. So it's all these weird frequencies and whatnot. And you know what is funny too? People don't really believe in like vibrations and frequencies, but you believe in Wi-Fi. How does Wi-Fi, right? So it's
Yeah,
kind of the same thing. You believe in Wi-Fi, you believe in this invisible connection that connects us all, but you don't believe in frequencies and vibrations?
that's what the movie's about. Is about the social engine. The whole movie was about social engineering. That's
Right.
why the kid's teeth was falling out because he was hit with the Havana syndrome.
Mm.
And the buck stops here. Even the most recent assassination attempt on Trump, on President Trump, the FBI or whoever, the Secret Service, come out and says the buck stops with me. And I was telling people right when this happened, first I prayed for America because there's so much division. But I said they shot him right here because right here is the pyramid with the pyramidion. This is what's on the dollar bill, but they didn't place the capstone, which is the 69 kind of at the top of the arch.
Oh,
And then
wow.
you see right here after he was the assassination attempt happened, they had the Novus Ordo Seclorum dollar behind all the Republicans. And then Elon tweets Novus Ordo Seclorum at 72, 702. Shout out to Las Vegas, but 72. And that is this pyramid. The pyramid is the 72 bricks, the Novus Order Seclorum, or the New Order of the Ages, which he has right here on his jacket. So even that event with the rise of XRP and Bitcoin and different cryptocurrencies is all connected to this reset. And the Leave the World Behind was released today. So if people are like, why are you talking about this old ass movie? That it was released today on 128. And at exactly 128 in the morning, the Francis Scott Key Bridge collapse. And the
Correct.
family here is the Scots. And there's just a ton of symbolism.
Well, also remember what we found when we were talking. The movie itself is 2 hours and 18 minutes. 128.
Bro, the damn movie is 2 hours and 18 minutes. And I'm happy you brought that up. Now, we're approaching almost 1,000 people. I want to make sure y'all smash that like button. And I'm doing these streams every single day. Paranoid American. Hopefully he pops up in here because we got some names to shout out. We doing the Illuminati comic, and there's only 64 hours to go to grab your copy. I got the links pinned. Click the link below. Grab your Illuminati comic. Today's the last day, the last weekend that you can access the secrets of the Illuminati. Fabulous. You're going to want this. And if you already grabbed it, make sure to upgrade into a top tier position in the Illuminati Yacht Club, because we get the donut organite, get the VHS box, get the street team comic pack, just so much. And we about to crush through the next stretch goal. Once we get past the 47K, we will have the Do-Fi album drop for everybody.
Man, that looks dope. I love that.
Yes. And then Paranoid will give everyone a shout out. He should be hopping on here soon. So click that link below and get it. Time running out. It's
So
seriously
that-
our last weekend to get it. Today is Sunday.
So you just reminded me also with the movie too, if you remember with Matthew Perry,
Right.
and how, you know, that little girl in the movie was obsessed with Friends.
Mm-hmm.
And then that's a 128 code too.
Right. So right here, they released this on 12/8/128, which is today. Julia Roberts is the star. Her birthday's 10/28. She dated Matthew Perry. Matthew Perry is all over this movie. It's actually one of the most important parts of the movie. And he died on her birthday on 10/28, which is 128. It's also a big socialist day as well. As you can see down here, a lot of the protests that go on where they have 128 days left. Coincidentally enough, it's Billy's birthday. I don't even want to say his name, but
good old Billy.
Yeah, so there's so many connections to it. Plus, it's connected to collapsing. And I've been saying like this bridge gonna collapse, or a ritual will go down on the Golden Gate Bridge. But today on 128, there was a collapse. It was the collapse of Assad
Syria.
in Syria, right here.
Yeah. So collapse.
So another collapse. So if you Google bridge collapse in gematria, it equals 128, and bridges collapse on 128. I'd be interested to see if there was some bridges collapsing in Syria, but maybe you could kind of say Syria is a bridge to other nations, maybe, you know.
Yeah. Somebody else said in the comments, Blink 182, 128.
Yeah, Blink 182. Yes.
Wow.
They're part of the one. So that number is just all over the place.
Yeah. So with the bridge collapse, so the Francis Scott Key Bridge, you know, I always go back to my Mountain Dew theories and whatnot, and how the Francis Scott Key Bridge was actually predicted by Mountain Dew's flavors. So you have, you know, Pitch Black with CrowdStrike, you have 9/11 with Code Red, and then with the Francis Scott Key Bridge, they had a flavor called Star Spangled Splash. And the Francis Scott Key Bridge, the Francis Scott Key guy, wrote the Star Spangled Banner. And then the bridge literally fell and splashed. So Star Spangled Splash.
Yeah. You see anything new with the Mountain Dew? I think this is interesting how the bridge has the 69 at the top, which is
I do have something new.
Yeah, let us know about it.
I do have something new for the Mountain Dew. I recently found something. They just released a flavor called Infinite Swirl.
Okay.
And Infinite Swirl came out right before Hurricane Helene and Hurricane Milton.
Oh, okay.
And then we had those tornadoes as well.
Interesting.
So they released that Infinite Swirl, and then we had all these hurricanes, all these tornadoes, which is literally an infinite amount of swirls.
Infinite swirl. Yeah, right. There was an infinite amount of type swirls. Yeah, okay. Of the hurricanes. Because they,
Yeah,
they were just getting hit by one after another.
right.
Wow. I want to see if I could find any more. Looks like Paranoid American just texted me. Um, let me Google infinite swirl real quick. See if there's any imagery. Infinite swirl.
Yeah,
Mountain
and
Dew.
they also have like re-releases too. So a lot of people tell me like, oh yeah, you know, this flavor, some flavors are old, but they pull them like pitch black, like they'll pull them and then re-release them right before something happens. And it's not that it's all flavors, but it's just certain flavors you have to look out for where they release them or it's like a new one. But they always happen to place them right before something happens, like Maui Burst. And then that was right before Lahaina and all the Maui fires. So it's like they time it. And it's not just Mountain Dew as well. And I remember last time I was on your show with CrowdStrike, they showed how Nike released the 404 Air shoes. And that was the blue screen of death, which
Right.
CrowdStrike had.
And this is all priming. So they prime the audience, we're the audience with future events to come. So someone who's new to this information, why are you looking at Mountain Dew? Why are you looking at Leave the World Behind? Why are you looking at The Economist magazine? Because this is part of hypnosis. Hypnosis is they show you symbolically what's to come, and then when it comes, you kind of accept it as that is what's happening. It's just part of hypnosis as we're all in trance. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
because like we see these things every day, right? So like they take advantage of that. So when we're seeing like logos and numbers and colors, symbols, all these things that we see every day that we really don't pay attention to, but our subconscious does, they take advantage of that. You know, if you're having a drink or a product or a shoe, whatever the case may be, we're seeing this stuff all the time, but we're not understanding what they're really trying to communicate to us.
Yeah, this is a pretty good one right here. How it's like a vortex going into it.
There you
And the,
go.
the marketing money that goes into these products, they spend billions of dollars to make it perfect to activate actually spiritual experiences and it sounds perverted, but sexual urges as well. So you're not satisfied until you purchase the product.
Right.
And I showed sort of it's so perverted, but like I showed how this is like a phallic right here, down here. The Amazon logo as well is
Yeah, they do that even with the monuments. Like if you look at DC, the
right.
Pentagon, what does that look like? What is all these different if you go to the monuments in DC, the what is the tall one, the one that stands straight up?
Right, yeah, the Washington Monument.
Washington Monument. So all these things they use these symbols and even Disney. If you look at Disney and all their symbols and stuff, they
They
have a
always
lot.
using it. Yeah.
They always do it. They always do it. They always show you. There's one picture that I saw where Disney looks like he's holding Minnie's shoulder, but what it looks like is something else, like that, and it's crazy. And it's like clear as day. It's
I
blatant.
know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
It's the sexual symbolism and even the splashes that they usually have on cologne bottles. Um it's the aroused, like the WAP. It sounds like perverted, but that's seriously like I read these things on how the media manipulates the minds of the masses, and that's how they do it.
Well, yeah, it's
So
through
right
your
here, this is
it's
like it's always wet. Like if you see how it's all always
yeah.
wet, yeah.
It's through they're catering to your lower chakras, because if you look at the colors of your lower chakras, they use the same colors in advertising. Why do you think all of fast food has the all same colors? Red, yellow, orange. Like they all use these same colors to correlate that with your lower, chakras, with which is like sexuality, hunger, your animal instincts. So look at McDonald's, look at Wendy's, look at, all these, like if you pull up all these fast food logos, most of them have that, colorization of, red, yellow, orange, and they use it. Like even with the Wendy's logo. If you go to the Wendy's logo, look at her
Right.
collar. Have you seen her collar and what it says?
Mom.
It says mom.
Yeah. Wendy's. Yeah. No, I did a big deep dive on the fast food.
Right.
Right
See?
there's the mom.
Red, yellow, says mom right there. And they do that. They want you to feel like at home. They want you to feel comfortable. Like mom is cooking you food.
Yeah, it's all manipulation.
Manipulation.
Even when you go to the grocery store, the music that they play, everything is manipulation. And yeah, Paranoid is going to be joining us as well. So make sure to get your Illuminati comic right now, because when he comes on, we gonna give you a name shout out, and then we'll be able to feed my cat all of his drugs. And it does look like we did get another sign up, so thank you so much. Let me give my cat some drugs real quick. Sorry, 1 second. Thank you. And we're gonna give the cat even more drugs when Paranoid American comes on. Wait, that's not the one. This is the one.
Chatting on the meds, drifting through the haze. Russian blue king, stuck in his ways. My cat's on drugs, yeah, my cat's on drugs.
That was Paranoid Americans music. We got a bunch of good music. We're gonna be doing a 25-hour live stream, Maverick. You're gonna come join us, right?
What day?
You don't have to stay the whole 25 hours. We'll have a segment for you to come on.
Okay, I'm down. 24 hours is crazy. You said 24, 25?
25 hours.
Oh, wow.
It'll be...
Why 25?
I don't know. It was just a mistake. And now everyone's in the comments, 25-hour stream. And so I can't, now we're stuck with it. It was an accident.
Got you. I'm down.
Yeah.
I'll pop in.
Yeah, we'll be on the 10th and the 11th. We'll have and the cat's okay. We just given him relaxing drugs. He's healthy. He's just we were giving him too many treats and it hurt his belly, so we had to give him some relaxing CBD so he chills out.
CBD for cats. They have like for cats, for dogs. They have all that stuff, huh?
Oh yeah. And so this 128 day today, December 8th, another collapse happened. I mean, that is incredible. We've been so on point with the connection of the 128 code, which I did learn from Tommy. So I added onto his stuff, and I was screaming this, bro, like for a whole year. Look out for 128. And then the bridge collapsed at 128, and everyone was like, damn.
Yeah.
And this was in the movie, right? That ship
movie
crashing into this imagery was right there in the Leave the World Behind.
Yep. And then of course you have that cargo ship, which had the white line on it. It said white line in the movie. And then in real life, that cargo ship was from Singapore, and the white lion is the mascot of Singapore.
Yes, it is. There's the white lion in Singapore. This is from Singapore. And I think the ship also had a 33 on it and a Knights Templar Iron Cross on it as well.
It did. At the bottom, like at the belly of it, it had the Knights Templar logo on it as well.
So I'm looking at the Dow Jones because it's in its 128 year. The Dow surges points biggest post-election gain in 128 years. So I'm thinking, is the Dow? I was just on a podcast with Micah Dank, and I was asking him because he knows about astrology, and just asking him about market crashes, and he says they usually happen in Libra. And I wrote Libra stock market crash, and I shit you not, this pops up 128
Wow.
Libra insurance company. It was just, this is called
No
just
way.
weird. Yeah, like I don't think there's a connection to it, but I thought that was just funny to point out that. Um, I thought it was funny.
That's insane.
Yeah,
But
but
this correlates with everything like we were saying with the bridge, the collapse of the not the dollar per se, but just how things are going to move with money and the new system being implemented with, of course, XRP, XLM. These are going to be the bridge currencies because the Swift system is dead and done for. And if you remember, in the Super Bowl, so who did we have? We had, Taylor Swift. She wasn't in the Super Bowl, but it might as well been because that's all they talked about. She represented the Swift system, and they're ushering in a new system. And Usher was at the Super Bowl.
yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And I still think that the smile is this girl, even though I could have been wrong and it's this girl, the
Mhm.
assassin, because but we'll see. A lot of predictive programming. Now we're going to go to a quick intermission. Please go to illuminaticomic.com. Sign up right now. We'll come back with Paranoid American, and he will shout all your names out. Go back the project, and then we'll have some more Illuminati news.
Back in the back in the back of the ag. Back in the back in the back of the ag. Back in the back in the back of the ag. Back in the back in the back. Back in the back in the back. Back in the back. In the back in the back in the back. In the back. Ag. Back in the back in the back. Back in the back. Back in the ag. Back in the back in the back in the back in the back. Back in the back. In the back. The ag.
Packing the Mac in the back of the act, packing the Mac in the back of the act, and we are back. We are back. Thank you so much. I really like that song. And we're back with Paranoid American. Hello,
Back in the back
Paranoid.
What up?
What's going on?
What up? What up?
How's it going, guys? It's good to see you, Mav.
We
Good to
gotta
see
get-
you. Always looking fly with the glasses, I see.
I got
gotta
like
get-
20 pairs of these now, so I can keep.
I was gonna
switching
ask
them
you,
too.
is that a different pair?
Yeah, it's a whole bunch of the truth is that they are made out of like cardboard, and they just disintegrate after you wear them like 4 or 5 times. So it's a necessity that I gotta have a bunch of different ones.
Got you.
That's dope. Those
I
are
didn't know
really
what
cool.
those were made out of. I didn't know if it was like some kind of plastic wrap.
It's like
or
the
something.
cheapest plastic you can imagine. It's like cardboard covered with plastic,
Got you.
and it's got they call it EL wire, I think.
Okay.
And you were just on, this is your third podcast right now, Paranoid
Yeah,
American.
I don't even know what's happening anymore.
Yeah, I
Well-
saw you like we were like looking for you, and I was like, oh, let me check on X, and I was like, oh yeah, he's on another podcast.
Well, I'm
And you
here
were
now.
having like a lot of fun. So
We were talking
Um,
Santa. I like talking Santa.
yes, we've been going over to catch everybody up. Today is 128, December 8th, which is part of the 128 code, which is connected to collapsing. And today on the 128 code, Assad collapses right there. Another collapse, just like bridge collapse or equals 128. And on January 28th, the bridge collapsed, or the Twin Towers collapsed at 10:28 in the morning. 128. Look, it even says burning for 102 minutes, which is like 201. But we got to give some shout outs because I can't do it on my own because I don't have the names ready, and my cat needs some more drugs.
We got 11. We got 11 names that we can shout out. The first one is a really close personal friend of mine. So shout out to Matt Zafiro, who's
Thank
been
you,
back
close
in
friend Matt. Thank you so
every
much.
single Paranoid American comic. He comes out and he shows up for it. So I really do appreciate that.
Let's give the
We
cat a
got-
little drugs real quick.
Let's hear it.
Chan on the meds, drifting through the haze. Russian blue king, stuck in his ways. My cat's on drugs, yeah, my cat's on drugs.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
My cat's on drugs. My cat's on drugs.
It's catchy. I just like
Who
hearing
made
that.
that song?
This was summoned from the demon known as AI.
Oh shit!
It was
AI
Paranoid,
is getting scary, you
Paranoid
guys.
American.
It's
That's
getting
why
good. It's getting to where you can't even really discern it anymore. And maybe that's more of a critique on music from people than it is about how good AI is.
Right. I think that right now, what we're seeing with this whole thing with the assassin of the United Healthcare, I think we're looking at AI. I think that person who actually did the deed, I don't think what we're seeing is a human being. We're seeing AI because they happen to find all these, stills and whatnot, but they're changing the story, and it's getting really weird because after the hit happened, then they escape on an e-bike. Then an ex-user finds a bunch of data on all the e-bikes moving in the city, because just so happened he was making a program for it. He reverse engineered Lyft, which is actually the owner of the city bikes, and then he saw within 10 minutes of that shooting the e-bike take off into Central Park. Then the cops were like, "Oh, well, just kidding. It wasn't an e-bike." So they're changing their story and all these different things are happening. It's like, "Oh, you got caught." So somebody was actually onto them and then they changed the story. So I don't know what's really happening. It's getting really weird. And then like the shell casings saying, that those cryptic messages and whatnot. I don't know if you guys saw that, but then they had that book that came out a while ago exposing insurance companies because they don't want to pay. And it had the same casings findings where it said, I believe it was deny, depose, and defend or something like that. So,
Yes, it's all cryptic messaging. It's part of the 3-step degree initiation. The 3 is very important. That's why he shot 3 times for the 3 bullets. Look, another 128.
oh wow.
It's just my RAS, my reticular activation system. But like he just poses perfectly for the camera there.
I don't
Full
believe
quality.
that. There's no way. And then you just happen to have a mask because you don't want to get sick. Okay.
Yeah, just a face diaper on. Like, who's been wearing face diapers since like that's so 2022.
I still wear them, but only when I'm driving in my car by myself with the windows up.
And swimming.
Right.
Yeah,
When I'm
Swimming
swimming.
too.
This is all messaging for sure. It's all cryptic messaging. And it's playing out so many different agendas. Like they're gonna everybody. All the new AI technology in New York is ridiculous. But it's on such a higher level than we know because we look at it as facial recognition, but like Homeland Security and all that, which is part of the whole Mountain Dew thing, Code Red, right?
Yeah.
They can see through. Oh, like it's way more advanced now, and this is all just the totalitarian tiptoe.
Yeah, I don't believe like there's no way you're in Manhattan in a city of the most densest city in America and you just scurry off after just shooting somebody in broad daylight and like nobody can find you. Like that's just really suspicious to me.
Yeah, no, it's all just part of the The totalitarian tiptoe. the totalitarian tiptoe.
That's a new one for me. I like that one.
That's from David Icke. Oh, I shouldn't even say his name. Dang it. Why did I say his name?
So with the monopoly money, what do you guys think that is? Like, where they found that backpack, and the monopoly money was?
I think it's connected to just the fiat currency. The buck stops here. Like
fiat scam.
Yeah, we have monopoly money right now. Like that's what fiat currency is. Fiat currency is fake currency, and that's monopoly money. It's just a belief system. And it's one of the biggest religions on the planet because people have faith in God they trust. That says it on the dollar, but now it's Elon. But they have faith in a system of the dollar. They also have faith in Bitcoin as well. These are religions in a sense because it's faith. People be like, no, you're wrong. Bitcoin is backed by technology and limited supply. It's like, well, the US dollar, sure, it's fake, but it's backed by the strongest military on the planet as well. So it's a religion. It's the biggest religion on the planet, and that's money.
Well, if you look on the back of the dollar too, I believe there is a saying on there that says, "From one comes many," if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, okay. What is
Is
that
that on
mean?
the dollar too? I believe it's on the dollar somewhere.
E pluribus enum, or that's what you're talking about, I believe.
Right. So what does that sound like? From one comes many. A cult.
From one comes many. Interesting.
Out of many, yeah.
Unum. Interesting.
Out of many, yeah.
E pluribus unum really gets left out. The NWO gets way more.
Yeah, the Novus Ordo Seclorum gets all the attention.
Nobody be looking at the E pluribus unum. Like I'm guilty of it. I'm happy you brought it up. Out of many, one.
Out of many, one. Out of many comes one. So yeah, that sounds like a cult to me. So that gets overlooked. That definitely gets overlooked.
I wonder how many star are on here. How many think there are here?
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
Oh no, not there. The Sun spokes because
the spokes. Oh, I have no idea.
It looks like there's way more than 32, but paranoid. Do you know what this means?
Besides
like
pluribus unum,
like a deeper meaning of it.
It just means that Masons are ruling the world, and they'll continue to.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Speaking of Masons, you guys want to hear a fun fact? That's really, it has nothing to do with this, but it kind of does. So I had a finding with Jacob Rothschild. So if you look up Jacob Rothschild, he died on February 26th.
That's my birthday.
Oh, that's your birthday? No way.
It was my birthday present. I was just playing.
So he dies earlier this year, right? Then I look into other death dates. So Trayvon Martin dies the same day, years back. Now, if you look into Trayvon Martin's dad, he is a Grand Master Mason. So I think that was some type of ritual as well. There's no mistake that. There you go.
It's also Johnny Cash's birthday, so I think it's connected to Cash as well in the Ring of Fire.
Right.
But I mean, Johnny Cash is pretty big.
Right.
Yeah, there's always some sort of secret society behind the scenes of massive world events, right? Like when Trayvon Martin happened, I was like in like 2012 or something.
2012.
Yeah, 2012. That's when I first was trying to get sober. but the end of the world too. Oh, there's this new movie that just came out called Y2K or something. Did you hear about that?
Oh yeah. I seen that. I want to see it. Did it come out already?
Yeah, I'm guessing like it could be connected maybe to some of this predictive programming. That's a cool cover. That looks sick, bro.
That does look cool.
This was a wild time. I don't know how many people watching were like cognizant during the Y2K event, but the concept was literally that airplanes would be falling out of the sky and that the banking system would collapse and that dams would air out and then like cities would get flooded. Like these weren't just hypotheticals. There was mainstream news that were basically planting these ideas as potential things that could happen. And then it actually happened and it was crickets.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I remember when it was going on, we were like super ready for it. We were all wasted. I'm just playing.
You remember how much money? I don't know if you guys remember how much money people made making those Y2K like packs and like emergency packs and like the world's gonna end. They had all these different kits for people to like be safe and all this other stuff, and they made like a ton of money with the Y2K packages.
I mean, just
I
the
was
stickers. I
I was
remember the companies that I was working for, they had to buy these special stickers that would signify that the computer system had been checked and fixed or whatever. But just getting those stickers alone was a whole like scandal. Like people were making like mad money off of just having those things.
Right.
yeah, I was a kid when that happened. I was 12. But I
Yeah, I
heard
was
that
in.
Alex J was
Geez, when
making
was that?
money.
I was like in 8th grade, 9th grade.
2000?
Yeah, 2000. I was like 8th grade, I think.
Here's the Illuminati eye right there. Wait, can you see this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just gonna go through the video if I see symbolism. But continue. I just see an Illuminati eye.
Oh, this is from the Y2K movie?
Yeah, this is the commercial and it's an A24.
Oh, I like that. That's clever.
Yeah, it's clever. They got a lot of money to do whatever they want.
A24 is the same company that did
Leave
I
the world behind.
believe 28 Days Later, I believe, and they did the movie just came out, Civil War, earlier this year.
Right. They did the Civil War movie. And like 1999 is The Prince. I'm gonna party like it's
1999. Yeah,
1999.
you know what? I mean, they're like 2 for 2 right now because with Civil War and
Well, they got
with
mad really good. Hereditary is another one of theirs. And
Yeah,
so
which is
is
connected to that.
Midsummer.
Yeah, Midsummer. So it's about them summer solstice rituals. And Jonah
that was
Hill,
a crazy
who's
movie.
Jonah Hill.
Yeah, when did this come out?
It already came out.
Oh, it did.
Yeah, it looks good.
Oh, I gotta check it out. So is this movie depicting that Y2K really happens?
I don't know, but there's another Illuminati eye.
Oh, there you go.
Whoa. Yeah, I don't know really anything about it,
Interesting.
but yeah, if Y2K really happens, that's what Leave the World Behind is. And they dropped it like around the same time too. There's another eyeball.
Wow, it's all through it.
That's weird. It has a whole bunch of pieces. So the synopsis says that it also stars Fred Durst and Alicia Silverstone, but that a group of high school students attempt to survive when Y2K causes all technology to come to life and turn against humanity. So it's surmising that not only was Y2K real, but it almost seems that electronics come to life and they start coming after you.
I feel like that's already happened. Like
So you
think
have like
about
a
it.
bunch of like
Like,
CDs and maybe floppy disks like being shot at you, like
Well, think about the phone. Like the phone, I can't get away from. It keeps on like buzzing and dinging. And even if I step away from it, my leg starts vibrating, even if I don't have my phone.
It's like having a ghost limb. It's like a ghost phone.
Yeah.
So they're saying like this is basically AI coming to life in '99. I wouldn't be that threatened to technology back then versus now. Now you would have like Elon robots like coming after you, which is pretty spooky, which I still wouldn't get.
I want to do some powering up like this for when people upgrade into the Illuminati yacht club tier. Like some power up like this, you know?
Oh, like a little like plus points that rises up like you just got a like a coin or a mushroom.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, that looks like one big trip.
So that's going to be a fun movie. We should decode that. I know we got to give out some more names. I kind of interrupted. It looks like we
got one name out. We got another 10.
Yeah, and it looks like another person subscribed.
So another 11. So let's do them real quick. Let's give them their shout outs. Stephen Bird got the digital deluxe. Thank you, Stephen.
Stephen Bird.
Lisa Ann Wilds. That's wild.
That's wild, Lisa Ann. That is wild. Woo woo.
Simon Kirby.
Simon Kirby. Woo woo. Woo woo.
Here's a fun one to say. I don't know. The Chronic Calls of Narnia.
The Chronicles of Narnia. Thank you so much.
It's spelled the Chronic Calls.
The Chronic Calls, yeah. The Chronicles of Narnia. Thank you.
We got an Illuminati Yacht Club member, Kevin.
Oh snap! Illuminati Yacht Club.
We got Sarah Taylor.
Illuminati got me back. Thank you so much, Sarah.
We got 4 more. Maxim Safronov.
Maxim Safronov. Woo woo.
We got James Day.
James Day. Hope it's Day, James Day.
Another Illuminati Yacht Club from Daniel.
Daniel!
On drugs, yeah, my cat's on drugs.
Thank you so much, Daniel.
And we got another 5, but we'll spread them out a little bit.
Spread them out. That's what she said.
We gotta pace Jan a little bit.
I feel like this is a meme coin for some reason. Cats on drugs.
You know how to make meme coins? Because I definitely wanted.
Dude, I do. I got a developer team. I do actually.
We're gonna have to.
Dude, did you guys see the whole thing with Hawk 2 Girl?
Yeah, what's your thoughts on
invested. I assume it's gone up since I put all my money in it.
You know what? Let me check it because everybody got dumped on when it launched.
Yeah, I think it lasted all of like 5 minutes and then it hasn't come back up.
This is
it was at 500 million at its peak, and then I think it
$500 billion. Damn.
And then she went to bed because she was tired, and apparently she hasn't woken up yet. She's been asleep for 3 days straight.
Yeah, she hasn't tweeted or anything. And the thing is too that I don't know if it's completely confirmed, but I did see her best friend who tweeted saying, "Hey guys, we're gonna take some time off. We're going to Europe." I'm like, "Oh, we got to run her."
Yeah, on a private jet.
Yeah, so I don't know.
The thing is I've been in the crypto space for a long time, and I've been 100% correct when it comes to what has been happening with Dogecoin was the introduction of the blockchain tech, even though it's over a decade old. John McAfee says this is old technology, and he was more for other privacy stuff. But I mean, people don't care about privacy. Like that's people got X-rays of them all over the place of their genitalia at Homeland Security, like drools over or whatever. But Dogecoin brought the crypto space to the world, to the masses. Now everyone knows what crypto is. No one knew really what the blockchain technology was, except for a very small population. Even though only a very small population even holds any cryptocurrency, most of the world knows what Dogecoin is now and Bitcoin. They know what that is through mimetic magic. So through the mimetic magic, which goes back to the shaman days, is how people rise to power today. And it was spoken about by the Timothy Learys and by the Terence McKennas, who studied the memes and the mimetic magic and the mimetic warfare. Even the most powerful person on the planet, arguably, would be the US president, who became powerful through mimetic magic. And Elon is the meme magic dank daddy who brought this all to life. So with Haktua, this was set up, this meme coin, to bring in the regulations, to bring
Right.
in more control for the plan. So everyone thinks that everyone's being duped right now by the Bilderbergers.
What I think is, and you're right about that. What I think is, we had some developers approach her because she knows nothing about crypto. So they're like, "Hey, we can make a lot of money. What do you say?" Okay, cool. So whoever sent those developers to her had a hand in this whole new system because, again, the new financial system has to be regulated, has to come in, and the FIT bill, the FIT 21 bill that they're supposed to, I believe they're going to pass by December 20th because there's a possible government shutdown. So I think what's going to happen is Joe Biden, he wants to get a W before he leaves office. So he's going to sign that new financial and innovation technology bill, which is the FIT bill 21, which is going to give regulatory framework for these cryptocurrencies. And she was just a pawn in the whole thing because she doesn't know anything about crypto. She was just like, all right, cool. She's a young girl. She wants to make some money. She has a name. And then this whole thing happens because it's major
And
news.
she resembles everything that the world hates as well.
Yeah,
Like
exactly. Talk about giving BJs. Like, that's what you got famous for.
But she's like this meme in this capsule of what the left absolutely hate as well. Like it's a girl, she comes off as a conservative because like that whole like, yo, I'm from wherever I'm from, you know.
She worked at a
she,
spring factory too.
what's that?
She worked at a spring factory.
What's that?
Like a
They literally make springs, like metal springs.
Oh, that's interesting. What's that mean? Like for like a weapon?
For anything, just a factory that just makes springs.
Oh, that's pretty cool. So this 21 H21 bill, why is it called 21? Because there's 21 million.
21st century.
Oh, 21st century.
Yeah, it's for the framework for cryptocurrency. Regulatory clarity on which tokens deemed to have utility, which doesn't.
Yeah, which ones are going to be New World Order capable?
Correct. And then I always go back to the symbolism, because the two currencies that's going to lead the charge for the framework for the new financial system is XRP and XLM, which are the same two characters in Disney's Elemental, Stellar Lumens and Wade Ripple. Ripple, XRP, Amber Lumens, Stellar Lumens. In an ecosystem that have to work together and figure out how to, coexist.
Okay, I haven't seen this movie, but they're called XRP and XLM in the movie.
No, so the water guy, his name is Wade Ripple.
Weird.
And Ripple is XRP.
And it's the water. It's rippling water.
Correct.
And so, what would this be?
Amber Lumens. Her name is Amber Lumens, and that's
really
Stellar.
That's so fascinating. Wow, I had no idea.
Yeah.
And you gotta know, like XLM comes from Jeff, I think his name is, who comes from Ripple. So the guy who made Ripple also made XLM.
Correct. He started at XRP or Ripple, Jeb McCaleb, and then went to Stellar. And because he didn't want it to be a for-profit company. So he left and started the Stellar Foundation, which is a nonprofit.
Yeah, that's what they say. But I mean,
Yes, they say, right.
it's IBM, and IBM was used during the Holocaust to track and trace Jews. And that's who's like wants to implement the stellar technology. So it goes like perfectly with the NWO plan. Both of them, and then this being connected to the government and the banks and the NSA, it's the oldest cryptocurrency next to Bitcoin, I believe. I believe XRP is like the second cryptocurrency, but they're all connected to the Bilderberg and the new Illuminati. Like, it's very interesting stuff. Watching it all kind of happen, just like the internet, the World Wide Web was created at CERN as well. You know, like DARPA creating Facebook, LifeLog, even crypto. It was this naughty thing, just like the World Wide Web, where there was all this fun, Wild West craziness. Then it clamps down into total control. It's interesting seeing the move of just everything happening. It makes me feel like we are definitely like, what a great time to be alive. Like, if we were alive like any other time, it would have been so boring. Like, the only thing exciting that happened, it seems like, is when a war happened. Like,
Yeah. And like you said, like it's a very old technology because David Schwartz filed a patent back in 1988 for the DLT system, which is distributed ledger technology, which is the basis of Bitcoin. So this is like old stuff, you guys. Like, and I find it funny that he did it in 88, which is 8 is the number
that's
of
when I
wealth.
was that's when I was born, and I'm broke.
So yeah, he filed a patent, and then I believe it got approved like a few years later. But I think really, if anybody created it, and he was a contractor by the NSA
So
too.
you think XRP created Bitcoin? That makes more sense because like
Yeah.
they
Well,
created XRP right after it.
yeah, of course. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, you got to look at again the symbolism. Bitcoin is BTC. That's beta test coin.
Okay.
So that's really a test for the final version, which is XRP. They wanted to see how it can be implemented and how the trust behind it could work.
But just
Because
to push back a little bit, like why would the elites want, because this whole XRP push thing has been pushed by the whole Q thing as well. And why would the elites want them to fatten their pockets at all? Like, that doesn't make any sense.
I feel like really it's like if people are paying attention, which a lot of people aren't, the people who are can get in, those like it's the same numbers of winners and losers in these situations. So I don't think that it's enough people paying attention until it's too late and when they have regulation and the gates are closed. So I think the people who will have, that freedom, that financial freedom in between would be now because the new market makers are being set. So with that, I mean, it's kind of inevitable to where, again, you have the same numbers of winners and losers. But once it's all said and done, it's not going to be feasible to just, get into crypto or even have access to it because they're going to have so many guardrails in place now when we have this new, bill set in place.
It's pretty crazy. Just looking at the symbolism, I just know the end goal isn't for people to get rich. The end goal is for people to own nothing and be happy. So I'm always very like skeptical on a lot of things. But also I'm optimistic as well on a lot of things. I don't know. It's all strange. I've been through a lot of different. I've been into crypto for a lot of different cycles.
I think
And
this is a setup, to be honest, for the rich and the poor, the haves and have-nots. So I think that's what it comes down to. And I always go back to like, of course, like movies, TV, cartoons. So like the Flintstones and the Jetsons. So the Flintstones and the Jetsons they're in the same reality. They're in the same timeline. There's just poor people on the bottom, Flintstones, and then you have the Jetsons up top living in the sky. And they even did like a crossover thing as well. But that's them telling you, hey, there's no more middle class because for one, we have AI taking 87 million jobs in the next 2 years. So that's one thing. And then another where we have this new currency where people are going to be left out in the cold if you're not participating in it now. And then they'll put the guardrails on it. And then they'll give you their coin, which is like CBDCs and everything else. And you won't have a choice. So
Yes. The freedom coin, it's going to be called. Now, we just come up on the hour mark. Paranoid American, let's give a shout out to the last people before it's too late, and click that link below. It looks like we got another sign up. Let's try to get this to 42K before the end of tonight. That'd be incredible.
Yeah, we're blowing up right now. So shout out to Corey who got the trading card combo.
Thank you, Corey. Oh
And
my
so-
goodness, we're almost there. Another sign up. We're so close. Just
So
one more
did
sign.
Don Wilcox
Don Wilcox. Whoop, whoop.
and Juan Melendez. All three of them got the trading card combo, which is the one that comes with sign cards for me and Donut and some of the rare Illuminati trading cards.
Juan, thank you so much.
Arlo Elias,
Arlo Elias.
Lisa Johnson.
Lisa Johnson.
Morgan got the VIP VHS box. That honestly,
yeah.
this is probably like the one that you should aim for or higher is the VIP because it's coming with so many extra goodies. But we'll talk about that more on the 25-hour live stream. And then also Joanna Olszewski also got the regular VHS box, which is also just as dope.
Nice. Thank you. What's her name?
Joanna.
Joanna.
Thank you, Joanna.
Thank you so much, Joanna. Is that it?
That's it for now until we start getting blown up some more, which would be whoever the next person that backs might be the one that puts us all the way over to 42.
Yeah, let's get it back to 42. Click that link below and get your Illuminati comic. And we are here with Maverick Approach. Please go subscribe to Maverick's channel. I got them links down below. Really appreciate you, Maverick. What can we look out for?
Yeah. Go to the page. I got a lot of new shows coming out. A lot of stuff. I got if you go to my page now, I got some lives, some really interesting lives with a celebrity bodyguard who gave me like a lot of insight on all the jobs he's done. He actually does retrievals as well for like trafficking. So he has all this crazy inside knowledge on like kind of what happens, what he's discovered and all that stuff.
That was such a good interview. I was watching that the other day.
Go to my live section. So like his name is he's been blowing up right now. So he's like he has a lot of insight. His name is Big Homie CC, and man, he's been telling me some wild stuff. He even bodyguarded for like some government officials, and yeah, he has some wild stories about like the moon. How one guy was trying to hire him, and he was gonna testify in front of Congress, and he wanted some security. And then he was like, I don't know if I can take this job because this is like a really dangerous job, because he was going to testify in front of Congress saying he was going to disclose what he saw when NASA hired him when he was scrubbing pictures for NASA. And then he didn't take the job, but his car was getting ransacked and all this weird shit was happening. So yeah, he has some really interesting stories. So yeah, me and him been going live as well.
Yeah, being a security.
Scrubbing images for NASA, you mean like with a cloth?
Well, you really want to know, well, they were actually scrubbing images what they originally had on there, because they're saying that our moon's occupied, not by us. And he was disclosing that, and there's pictures of different things that he saw, and like he got hired by NASA to wipe those photos to get ready for, the public. So yeah, interesting stuff.
Nice. So click them links down below. I got that. Go subscribe to Maverick Approach. I'm on a bunch of the episodes. You can check this one out. Look at
Oh
me.
yeah.
Oh my goodness. Oh man, I missed that shirt. I don't know what happened. I feel like my laundry machine, like, you know how it like grabs socks? I feel like it grabs my clothes too.
Dude, I have so many clothes missing. I don't know what happens. Like it's my socks, like shirts. I don't know what happened as well. Like I'm like, damn, where is that shirt? I go back into old videos.
And Paranoid American, what can we look out for from you? And
well,
any
actually, this is
updates?
a great time to bring this up. But on conspired.tv, which is a super dope like conspiracy themed uh channel that you can get on your smart TV, I believe. If you got a smart TV, you can add this conspired.tv to it. And on there, I got a few exclusive mini documentary series I'm putting out. The third one is on the way. I'll probably end up finishing it this month. And it's called Mind Games.
Yeah, I think it's at the bottom. Keep scrolling down. Boom.
Yeah,
There
right
it
there,
is.
Mind Games.
Oh,
Mind
it's-
And I
games.
highly recommend going and checking these out. I've got one on memory palaces, another one on NLP and AI, and then there'll be a third one on mushrooms coming out soon.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've watched it. It's incredible.
Yeah, it's really dope.
It's really good. Your work is amazing. All both of you.
Appreciate it. Thank
Yeah,
you. I
yeah.
think you can see maybe a trailer. There might be another video down there.
Yeah, this is the trailer for it.
Oh, there's not another one. I thought there was another one.
Oh, there probably is. That just looks really cool.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
go
it's
to
a
go to
great
like that
series.
one or two. Yeah, one of these.
It's an amazing
Okay.
series.
And this the whole point of the
I'm not
memory
logged
palace
in.
one is to actually teach you how to use a memory palace, but you don't even have to take notes. It'll just happen by watching the video because everything that it says is happening on the screen. And then by the end of the video, it'll kind of ask you, hey, do you remember XYZ? And you will remember it because that's how potent this memory palace technique is.
Yeah, it's super good. Make sure to go check it out. Anyway, it's Donut. Much love. And God bless.
God bless.
Peace.
Oh, what up? It's Donut. The Illuminati comic dropped worldwide. Get your Illuminati comic today about the Bavarian Illuminati exposing the infamous secret society. It's a chit track Illuminati comic. Make sure to go back this project. We were fully funded in 3 minutes.
Learn about the full history of the Bavarian Illuminati. Adam Weishaupt, Alumbrados, Jesuits, Rosicrucians, Freemasons, and more.
We got early bird access today only. If you subscribe today, you get a massive discount anywhere in the world. The digital deluxe tier. Get the digital copy plus an add-on private video presentation. Get the black and white chit track Illuminati comic or get it in color. I mean, I would get it in color because this is banging. Learn all the secrets. And the Donut VHS box. Get the early bird special. This ends today. These sell out so quickly. Very, very popular. And it's the first time ever we're doing them worldwide with the Illuminati comic. Massive discounts today only. Click that link below. The Illuminati Street Team. Become part of the Street Team. Get a bunch of these comics and slang them. You can make a bunch of money. You can make your money back and profit. If you got a store, you can sell them out of your store or just hand them out, leave them at the library. Join the Illuminati Street Team. Or if you a big baller like that and you want to be part of the Illuminati Yacht Club, that's for the big ballers right there who want to join the Illuminati Yacht Club. I mean, that's that official, like a referee whistle pledge right there. So click that link below. This is the Illuminati comic. Sign up right now. Reserve your spot. Much love, and God bless you.
That's right, it's the Illuminati comic from Donut and Paranoid American. Get yours now at IlluminatiComic.com.
IlluminatiComic.com is the site to see. IlluminatiComic.com. Join the conspiracy. Christmas lights shining bright. Truth is on the way. IlluminatiComic.com. Go there now today.
Whoa, whoa.